Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this: Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. The message, it reads like this: Hello brother, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I am a 35-year-old South African woman. So there is a story that I was told by my maid, and I have since spoken with one of her relative who has told me to send him money so that he can come here. I'll just say that I am staying in Durban so as to confuse my enemies. And this person is a prophet. Now I'm scared because I used to hear your confessions talking a lot about red garment prophets, but this one is a white garment prophet. But even though he is a white garment prophet, but I saw some pictures, he was wearing a green garment. And if there are people that are from Zim that can assist me, please help me in the comment section. What type of a church is that? They wear green garments and there will be a red cross on the chest. And there are things that this man has told me that he can assist me with. Ever since I got married into my husband's family, they have hated me like I don't know what is wrong with them. What happened when we started dating, me and my husband, who was my boyfriend then, I had to tell him that it is not a good thing, and he did not understand it until when his relatives started to hate me, even though he loves me with all of his heart. So what was happening at that time was that my boyfriend, if we had a small misunderstanding, if we would fight, he would tell all of his relatives about the things that I would have said. Like there was this other time I went out on a groove and I ended up doing something that I regret to this very day. I was angry at him. Then I went out with my friends and I ended up making love to another man, and it was purely by mistake. I was drunk and something bad happened and he knew about it. And when he found out that this was what had happened, all hell broke loose. He told his relatives when he was angry the very next morning, because he saw me getting out of the man's car and we had actually kissed, and there was no way that I could deny the fact that I had slept with that man. I apologized, and instead of him being just like a man to speak with me, and all that he did was that he started shouting at me, and then he told his sister, his mother, like now I was a prostitute in front of his family, and how were they going to accept me as their daughter-in-law. It then happened that I fell pregnant when we were fighting like that, and my child brought a lot of pain instead of happiness, because he came to my parents' house. I was home alone, so we were fighting and we were fighting. This was a week after I had broken up with him. So as we were fighting, he forced himself to sleep with me, and I agreed because I still loved him, and that was when I got pregnant for him. And when I could not see my periods, I told him that I could not see my periods and I thought that I was pregnant. He then said, how can you say that you are pregnant yet you slept with another guy? And I said, I condomised with that guy. I'm sorry to say that, but this is what happened. We did it with protection, and I made sure that I'll never sleep with a man whom I do not love, not using any protection. He then asked the sister, and the sister is very evil and cruel. And when he asked the sister then said, she's lying to you, she's not pregnant, or she was given that pregnancy at the groove, and now she wants to give you a baby that is not yours. We are not going to allow her to do that. So we started fighting. The child then was born. When the child was born, since I am someone that works, I have a nice job, and I said, you know what, I am going to look for that man so that we can have a DNA. So he was scared, and he said, okay, it's fine. We were already married by then. And when he said it's fine, we then went to the DNA. He was scared that if I go out looking for that man, because I already knew where he was staying, maybe we're going to end up dating or sleeping with each other again, like what had happened in the past. We then went for a DNA, and when we went to do the DNA, we waited for the results and they came out. He was the father. He was happy and he informed the family, and to this very day they have since refused to accept my child, which has brought me to you because I want you and other people to assist me. This church where people that are from Zim wear the green garment and it has a red cross on the chest, because I saw the pictures, but I thought that they are from the white garment church. And this person, I got to know him through my maid. So we were talking and my maid did not even know that my husband's family, they hate me. Like, they hate me. If they walk into a room and they see that I am in that room, all of them, they will leave. Even if we are at a family gathering, they will tell me point blank that I am supposed to get out of that family gathering, because that is how much they hate me, because of what my husband used to tell them when we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So everything that we did and we forgave each other, to them it's like the war is still going on and they do not want to let go. So now my maid, when I told her that me and my husband, we are always fighting because the family does not like me. This was after we had visited his mother. And when we arrived, because my son was like, I want to go and see Granny, I want to go and see Granny. We then drove, me and my husband. We then arrived where his parents are staying. And on that very same day when we arrived, it was around 3 p.m. Then my mother-in-law, she just got up and she said that she wanted to go and buy something by the shops. And then she got into her car and she did not return. We only got to know about this when my evil sister-in-law uploaded the picture of her and her mom. The mother had drove for about 200 kilometers and she did not even tell us that she was going to stay at her daughter's house simply because I had visited her. So I was telling my maid about all of these things, and then that was when she told me that she has a relative that is based in Messina and that relative can assist me. I then got the phone numbers and the man is saying, no, do not worry, mama, you can just send me your money, and if you send me your money, then I will come there and I will assist you. But he has said to me, after you would have sent me money, before I get on the bus, I need a printed picture of your mother-in-law. I also want a printed picture of your sister-in-law, and I want you to buy a bottle, then you courier it to me. He was even saying that you can even empty your mayonnaise and then you remove that paper and then you will send it to me via courier. And he said that this has to come from my house or a bottle that I would have bought. He's not supposed to look for an empty bottle there in Musina. So he's going to put the pictures in there before he even comes to Durban, where I am staying with my family. So I don't know if I am supposed to do this. I'm really nervous. I'm scared. What if things go wrong? I don't want people to die because of me, even though they hate me, but I live a comfortable life. I'm not dependent on them. My parents, they are still alive. If I want love, parental love, I can go to my mother. It's just that it hurts me when I see my son being hated by his blood relatives like that. So I just was thinking about sorting out all of this mess. At least my mother-in-law is still alive, because she is quite old, as well as my sister-in-law is still alive, so that my son, when he is growing up, he can have a good relationship with his father's relatives. Please assist. Should I let this man come to Durban, must I give him the printed pictures, courier them with the bottle as well? He said that money for needles will be needed and a red candle as well. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Strange things they do happen in this world, yo. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our DM brother. The message, it reads like this: "Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a Zimbabwean man and you will call me Gift. I just want your listeners to help me. Am I supposed to tell my wife I am married to a South African woman? We got married, it was in the year 2017. I had been in South Africa for nearly 9 years and I had felt to return back home, mainly because I was dating and staying with a South African woman whom I was working with at the same farm. So this woman was quite older than I was, and I think that she was using charms on me, because whenever she would visit her family there in Giyani and leave me in Mukopane, where we were working at this other farm, like I would even cry when she would get on a taxi. Like, it is not normal. I would cry until she would come back. I even saw her, she was in a tomato field making love to the foreman, and on that day she had been told by our boss that she was going to be working with the foreman at the tomato farm. So there were things that they were supposed to do there, so she was supposed to assist the foreman who was driving the tractor. And there was something that just happened, and I said, but let me go and check on my wife. And I went there during our lunchtime. So I even wanted to call her to tell her that I had bought some lemon creams as well as some cold time that I wanted to go and give her. But I just said, let me surprise her. And when I arrived at the field where they were, I could not see people. That was when I saw that there was movement that was happening in one of the rows of the tomatoes. Then I started to walk slowly, and then I started to hear that there was a woman that was mourning, like she was enjoying. And then that was when my heart broke into several pieces. I saw that it was my girlfriend as well as the foreman with pants down. They were busy doing doggy style. And as for my girlfriend, she was holding this other wooden stake, those ones that we used in the farms to hang the tomatoes. But instead of me just telling myself that this woman, she is not a good person, I started to cry. You won't even believe it. She then said, okay, for me to tell you that I am sorry, what I want is that I'm going to give you a child. But this woman was old, way old, because the firstborn, when I saw him, he was even older than my old brother. So it did not even make sense that this woman, she bribed me by saying that she was going to give me a child. There was something about her private part that made me to go crazy whenever she was not around, as if she would put some charms in her private part. Then I left the place where I was working in Mukopane, and then I started staying with this other friend of mine who had been looking for me for a very long time, because people back home, they were even thinking that I was dead because I was not even calling anyone. I was spending all of my money on this woman whom I was working with. I then came to Joburg. Then I started working in the construction industry. The money that I was making, it was not a lot. Then I was told that my sister had died in Zim, and I did not even have any money to go to Zim. And I cried so much on that day. That was when I just went into town and I got a flyer from those Nigerians, those that do money rituals. And when I went to this other Nigerian, I told that Nigerian man, and I said, even if you scam me, this is the last money that I have. I don't have anything anymore. So please, if you are a scammer, just tell me so that I won't use this money on these things that I want to do. It's better that I buy food and I eat and get the energy to get a job. He said that he felt sorry for me. He told me that when someone comes to their shrine, it is not everyone that they assist to do money rituals, because they do not want to spread their rituals in South Africa. So most of the people that come to them after they would have given them those flyers, they end up scamming them, because being a ritualist, it is not an easy thing to do, because you have to do killings, and they were scared that if they help a South African woman or a man that is a coward, then that man will go and tell other people and expose them. So they say that they only choose someone after they would have seen that this person can do anything that will tell him to do. Like in my case, since I had told them that I had gone through a lot, they then told me that what was needed was water from the mortuary. It took me a long time to be able to get that water from the mortuary, and then I took it to the Nigerians. Then they gave me a bottle. Inside the bottle there was a small root of a tree. They told me that each and every night I was supposed to do masturbation, and then I had to put my seed, my sperms, inside that bottle, and then the root will grow. And after a couple of nights when I had been doing this, then that was when that bottle disappeared, and I saw a snake that I sleep with to this very day. And now I am married to a South African woman. This woman, even though she is true love, but I can say that she agreed to marry me because I am someone that has the resources to take care of her. Now I want to tell him the whole truth, because she has been complaining a lot. I can't sleep with her whenever she wants me to sleep with her. And I have also locked her private part, such that even if she wants to cheat with another man, they won't be able to make love because of what I did to her. So she is frustrated. As a woman, it is not easy for him to stay with a man for the whole month, 2 months, 3 months without the man ever touching him. She once told me that I feel that I am loaded. I just want sexual pleasure. Please give it to me, but I can't, because once I do that, the whole mansion, the businesses that we have, everything will just crumble to the ground. And I was told by the Nigerians that I am not supposed to tell the woman that I'll be with that this is what I did. And I once returned back to the place where I met those Nigerians. I was told that the other one, he got arrested, the other one, he ran away from South Africa, and they did not even tell me what I was supposed to do if it happens that I do not want to use these charms anymore, because I am at that point whereby I do not want to do these charms anymore, because I am tired. I also desire to sleep with my wife, but I can't sleep with him as much as I want to, because I have to be told by a voice that tells me that now it is time, we have given you the go ahead to sleep with your wife. So what kind of a life is that? When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. He is asking, and he's saying, am I supposed to tell my wife that this is what I did before I met you, and you loving me, it is because of the resources that I have. If I was poor, maybe you were not even going to agree to date a Zimbabwean. So what gives us money is us not making love whenever you want, but when my Tokoloshi wants me to sleep with you, that is what gives me money. So he's saying, how can I tell my wife in a nice way so that she can understand that this is the pain that he is going through as a man. He also wants to sleep with his wife, but he is unable to sleep with his wife because of that. Let us try to speak with our dear brother in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us meet again in the following episode.